Well, 60,000 people were rescued from their homes in the days following Hurricane Katrina, a staggering number of people trapped in a city that was submerged. And for one teenager who had to be saved from her attic, the floodwater of Katrina couldn't drown any of her dreams.
Here's WDSU's Travers Mackel with our latest installment of Faces of Katrina and the story of the survivor.
The boat rescues across the city following Hurricane Katrina making landfall were daring. After the levees broke and 80% of the city was underwater, cops turned into lifesavers. I was able to jump on this police boat with a WDSU photographer, and we watched as police spotted this family trapped in their attic, waving a makeshift flag just to be seen. Within minutes, officers busted out a window and a teenage girl emerged.
You gotta do it.
Wet, scared, and unable to swim.
There you go.
They tossed her a life jacket and she made it aboard.
So I was gonna die because the water came in so fast. Thank you.
All right.
Like so many people back then, we asked her for her name.
Say your name and spell it for me.
Courtney, Courtney.
What's your last name?
Jackson, Jackson.
That was then, this is now.
I'm Dr. Courtney Jackson, and I survived Hurricane Katrina.
20 years after living through life-changing devastation, Courtney is a practicing endodontist in Milwaukee, blazing a successful career in dentistry on the strength she learned back in August 2005.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Like I said, Katrina, that was the hardest thing. I've been through a lot of hard things and a lot of hard exams, and that's like the icing on the cake at this point. But I'm just grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to be, walking in my purpose, because obviously there must be a reason that I'm here, because otherwise there has to be a purpose, a greater purpose of why I'm here and why I'm a dentist, why I'm in Wisconsin. It has to be a greater purpose. So I'm grateful, I'm happy, I'm blessed. But yes, to answer your question, Hurricane Katrina definitely was one of the hardest, if not the hardest thing that I've ever experienced in life.
Like so many of us, Courtney never imagined Katrina would be so bad.
I mean, I was born and raised in New Orleans. Every time a hurricane happens, it's one of those things like, oh, we're just gonna pack like a 3-day trip or whatever like that. Or sometimes most people just ride it out. So that's what we thought.
She was 19 when the storm hit and had just graduated from St. Mary's Academy and was a student at Xavier University. She ended up at her grandmother's home in Gentilly, and after the storm passed, the levees broke.
And so I didn't think it would be this catastrophic. It was just eye-opening, because at one point there was just no water, and then all of a sudden the water was just rushing in like everywhere, and just like, oh, what to do with this? So, I knew that I had to be quick thinking and quick acting on my feet. And was like, okay, what can I do to try to at least help my family? So that's why I decided to try to get in the attic and be able to talk or communicate with someone that was directly across the street. Like if anyone was coming to, rescue, that they knew we were over here. Because if the people across the street from my grandmother's house, if they didn't know we were there, I don't think we would have survived.
But they were spotted and rescued, and the video seen around the world.
Do you ever look back at that and think, wow, that was me 20 years ago, and what you were going through was really unbelievable?
Man, I can't believe that was me just kind of dangling from a ceiling. I didn't know how to swim. I actually still don't know how to swim now. It was just eye-opening to see that. I just never thought I would be in that position. I'm just so grateful, just even sitting here thinking about it now, that you were on that boat that day, Travers, and the police officer, the firefighter, I can't remember, you guys were on that boat, because if it wasn't for you guys, I don't think I would be standing here doing this interview. And I'm very grateful for that. That's something I would never forget.
And it's still hard for all of us to forget her, the teenage girl in the attic. Courtney finished Xavier and then Howard University School of Dentistry. She set up her practice in Wisconsin. Courtney's family still lives in New Orleans, and she visits often, seeing the scars of Hurricane Katrina in plain view.
But just overall, just some of the devastation that I still kind of see in some of the different neighborhoods, it really, really, really makes me sad. Because I don't know. I miss New Orleans like before Katrina. Like it's like the pre-Katrina, then post-Katrina. So it's just very different every time I go there, and it's just, it just makes me sad a little bit. It makes me long for how things used to be.
But we can't go back, and the city continues to try and recover, even 20 years later. And as we approach the deadly anniversary, Courtney admits she'll be filled with emotion.
I've overcame, and I'm happy that I'm alive and still here to be able to tell this story 20 years later.
Dr. Courtney Jackson, the teenager who rode out the storm in the family attic, the survivor, one of the many faces of Katrina.